I think there was one major thing about the film that Kim really wanted to explore is to try to create a balance between the beauty of the nature, the beauty of the environment that we were shooting in, and also the sort of trashy environment that people actually live in when they're in the city. Because it's really two different environments, and people live that paradox every day over there. I think that was the most important thing, to try to find a balance between the city, the dirtiness, the trashiness of it, and the vistas, obviously, that everybody sort of expects. I didn't want to use a lot of filters on this film. I didn't want to play with the colors or anything like that. I knew I was going to be in an environment where everything was going to be pristine, it was going to be white. So working with a lot of snow and white on digital, it's always a bit tricky. You don't really know how to deal with it until you're really into it. But so I didn't want to filter. I didn't want to put something like I use often chocolate filters and stuff like that to give some nice skin tones to people. But in this case, since we didn't want the snow to be white, we wanted it to be a little dirty for the whole film. Because when we were doing that balance between city and the vistas and the nature, I sort of found that at some point we needed not to contrast, but we needed to bring everything together. So I dirtied the snow a little bit in post-production, so everything is a bit yellowish, a bit dirty, and it blends everything together in a way. At some point you realize that when you're going to shoot in that kind of weather, in that kind of environment, film is out of the question. It's impossible to shoot film. Film's going to break all the time, we're going to have problems, just putting the mags on, it's very complicated. So it was obvious I had to shoot on Alexa. And the truth is, the Alexa was the best tool we could ever have, because, even at minus 40, we never covered the camera. The camera was a heating device in itself. So it was always perfect. It never broke down, it never stopped. Human beings had more problems than the camera did, actually. Yeah. We shot 4444 ProRes. Yeah, we didn't go raw. I just wanted to do it really simple. Sometimes, since I wasn't doing a lot of stuff with the image itself, because I was trying to capture something very natural, I didn't want to go into something really, really pristine and perfect as an image. I wanted it to be already, imperfect. So I'd rather go like a lower resolution. I think it was a better idea for the film. And in the end, it's not a secret, I even added a bit of grain just in the timing process, just to break it up a bit more even. So I think that works pretty well. So the last film I did with Kim was War Witch, and Kim wanted to try something different in his filmmaking style, and we shot the whole film like handheld and very documentary in style. On this film, Kim sort of was adopting the same sort of process. He wanted to have no rehearsals. He wanted to be able, to improvise with the actors. He wanted something, but the thing is, it wasn't War Witch. We weren't shooting it documentary style. We were doing a very elegant film in a way. It was very, on a little aero crane. I was moving the camera sometimes here and there. We had like complicated shots, on rigs with floating cameras and stuff. So it was a complicated show, but at the same time, I never really knew what the actors were going to be doing anyways in the frame. I never knew if they were going to get up, if they're going to move around or whatever. So we did adopt the same sort of filming. So we were shooting it very, very light, very, and we never talked about shots. Yeah, so we just arrive on set, we see what the actors were going to be doing, then propose to him a shot here, there, there. And then the actors were, I would never put an actor in a frame. We would never frame up an actor. That wasn't the purpose. The actors would do whatever they have to do, and I would frame them. So the documentary style sort of continued in this film. I have an amazing camera assistant. Eric Bensoussan is like one of the most amazing focus pullers I've ever seen. He wings everything. He doesn't take any marks. The actors, he knows how we work, Kim and I, and he wings it with them. So, actors love it. They strive for that. When they don't have to rehearse, they don't have to, land on a mark or whatever, they just love it. So it's fun to play with that with the actors, and when you have a good focus puller, it's crazy because he's a magician. There's a couple of scenes in the film where we're following the 2 snowmobiles in the snow, and we have a special rig. We built a snowmobile rig with pipes and a stabilized camera. And I'm with we all have the snow gooses, and we're like this, and I have a little monitor on the thing, and I have the controls, and we're trying to follow these snowmobiles, but there's like this much snow at that time in Cali for some reason. Like there's no snow at all. So, and we're rushing through there, and my camera assistant's on another snowmobile, like back to back with the driver with his controls. And he's just seeing us far away, and we're going closer and further away to the actors with snowmobiles, like 3 vehicles riding together. And he was just winging it and just going, and it's all perfect. And I've never seen somebody work like that. It's crazy. It's really interesting. So you need people like that when you're working in that kind of fashion.